Hey, this is Dr. Duncan McCollum, and I want to talk to you about why you still may not be feeling well. So many people are trying different fat diets, different type of supplements, fasting, ketogenic, carnivore diet, and you still might not feel well. A lot of times you're missing the main point, which is you have to fix a cell to get well. So this is a phrase coined by Dr. Dan Pompa, who's a very good friend of mine, and we work exclusively with the Pompa program and about 30, 35 platinum doctors with Dr. Pompa so that we can further this information to really help people get their optimum health. So what I want to do is I'm going to draw a cell here. And the cell has a cell wall, obviously. Cell wall is made up of primarily omega-6 fatty acids, as well as some other constituents. But on the cell, you have these receptor sites that are specific to different hormones, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that come in and out of the cell. This particular receptor site is only going to be able to accept, let's say, progesterone. This one is only going to be able to take insulin. This one is only going to be able to take estrogen. This one is only going to be able to take thyroid hormone. So these hormones attach to the receptor site and send a signal inside the cell to get functions to occur. Inside the cell is something called the mitochondria, which is the power plant of the cell, and it burns two types of fuel. One is glucose or sugar. The other is ketones that come from fat. Ketones burn very clean, kind of like a gas burning stove, where where glucose burns like a smoky wood fireplace. So one of the problems with our health in this country is that we've been dependent on a carbohydrate diet for so long, a high carb diet, that all of this burns as sugar in our body because glucose is sugar, and it creates a lot of inflammation in the body. So as the inflammation in the body starts to attract around the cell, it gets the cell wall inflamed. And when the cell wall is inflamed, it cannot accept or read the signals from those nutrients as well. Insulin has a hard time getting glucose into the cell because the receptors are blunted. So what ends up happening is this thing called the pancreas, which produces insulin, puts out a huge amount of insulin to try to push that glucose in the cell. The problem with this is you're not really solving the problem of the toxic cell, and you're increasing the level of insulin in the bloodstream, which causes a problem called hyperinsulinemia, meaning too much insulin in the blood, that can actually get into the brain. It's called diabetes type 3 or Alzheimer's disease. So the Western medical's approach to handling blood sugar problems is actually leading to a problem in the brain, which can cause all kinds of health conditions, especially dementia or even Alzheimer's disease. So it's really important that we understand this. If we want to get healthy, we've got to clean up the cell wall. You have 75 trillion cells in your body, and those are the live part of our body. And each cell has to be able to absorb the nutrients, the vitamins and minerals, and the signals from all of the different hormones so that the cell can work right. One of the ways that we keep our body healthy is the liver cleanses our blood, right? So all of the blood comes through the body, it delivers nutrients to the cell. The cell would optimally take in the nutrients. If it's glucose or insulin, it makes energy, produces exhaust like any internal combustion engine does. That exhaust gets into the cell, but has to get out of the cell too. And then it will get into the bloodstream and go to the liver, the liver is going to clean that blood. So dirty blood comes in and clean blood comes out, circulating around the body 5 times a minute. So every cell in your body, every blood cell in your body goes through every organ, every finger 5 times a minute. What happens because of all of the chemicals in the environment, the forever chemicals now, glyphosate, heavy metals, molds, and all these hidden infections that we get, the liver becomes tainted or it becomes plugged, kind of like a vacuum filter that when you're vacuuming and the filter's plugged, it's not going to vacuum anymore. I'm pretty sure soon the engine will heat up and burn up, which is exactly what happens to your liver. It stops functioning. So dirty blood comes in and dirty blood comes out. So instead of delivering nice, healthy nutrients to the cell, it's putting the toxic waste along the cell wall as well, which will cause inflammation at a cellular level. When the inflammation at the cellular level occurs, again, you can't get the nutrients in the cell, and almost actually, probably more importantly, you can't get the toxins out of the cell because the cell wall becomes impermeable, becomes stiff. And this is from the bad oils that we eat, specifically canola oil and any of the adulterated omega-6 oils. Healthy omega-6 oils are great for you, but you have to learn what those are and then eliminate the bad foods out of your diet and the inflammatory foods. So the key to getting healthy is to fix the cell. So Dr. Pompa coined the phrase, fix the cell to get well. And that's what we're trained in doing. So if you have things going on with your health that you just can't seem to handle, whether it's fatigue, chronic disease, autoimmune disease, some kind of organ dysfunction, mental fog, these type of things, then perhaps this January you want to jump on the bandwagon and help, come and let us help you find the right tools to get your body healthy. So right now, for such a time as this, especially with everything going on in the world, you need to be as healthy as possible. And the way you get healthy is you clean the body up and you clean the cell, okay? You clean the cell wall, fix the cell to get well. So many times people go, oh, I did a cleanse once, 11-day cleanse off the shelf. There's 250 billion tons of toxins dumped on the planet every year. You're being exposed to toxins every day in the food you eat, whether you eat organic or not, the air you breathe, the clothes you put on, the rooms that you're in, the houses that emit toxins, the vehicles that you're in, the toxins that come off the furniture. There's so many things, the water that you drink, the air that you breathe, everything has toxins in it. We live in more toxic time right now than ever before. So this January, if you're interested, we are going to be helping you learn how to detoxify your body. Now, this is a Dr. Pompa program. I've been with him for approximately 7 years. We go through all of these systems together. We do the research, tried and true. We throw out that doesn't work and we put in that what does work. Recently, Dr. Pompa has reformulated all of his supplements to include mushrooms, and these myceliated or mushroom digested supplements are much more bioavailable, and the products that we're getting are much, much greater. So I really encourage you to join us. Fix the Cell to Get Well. I'll be doing a workshop in January on this. The date will come out later. And then you can come attend it in the office or you can do it online. But, there's no time like the present to get healthy. Everybody starts the new year with a goals. Usually by the 11th, they blow it. So we start again about the 15th or 16th and teach you how to fix the cell to get well. Varying degrees of disease or dysfunction that you may have are going to require different protocols. So we'll be able to help you with those. So anyway, remember, fix the cell to get well. And for such a time as this, it's more important now than ever that you get your body healthy, because we don't know what's going to happen in this next year. And I trust the world to do what it can to make us sicker. So the stronger you are, the better off you're going to be, the more resilient your body will be, because life is here to be enjoyed. And we want to be grateful for the availability of living in such an incredible country that we do live in. And one of the things about that is you have all the availability of the many different nutrients, technologies, sciences that will help you fix a cell to get well. Dr. Dan Papa is a leader in this area. I'm privileged to call him a friend and colleague, and we work together to help as many people as we can. So hopefully we'll see you this January. Dr. Duncan McCollum, you can respond to this email and we'll get you on the list for the class. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.